Good evening and welcome to Omnibroslive. My name's Omnidog from Omnidog's Vault. I'm joined by my co-host from A Week in Geekdom, Gio. Gio, how's it going?
Doing pretty well. Tired, extremely tired, but hanging in there. I'm happy to be here.
Good, good. You've had busy days, huh?
Yeah, it's nonstop.
Right. Well, my days are starting to blur. They look exactly the same as each other.
I can't imagine.
And there's Comics Guide 101. How's it going, dude?
Hey, man. How's it going, everybody? Hi, Gio.
Yo, what up?
What's up, man?
Not much.
And I just hopped off the call from Omar on Omar's Near Mint Condition show, where I had absolutely nothing to add to the chat because you've got Marvel Brainiac Curtis from his, the epic Marvel broadcast that he has. They're both so knowledgeable in Marvel stuff, and I'm just sitting there going, I like She-Hulk. So I don't know why Omar has me on, but it's always fun.
She-Hulk pretty. She green.
She big girl. Martian Pilgrim says, you represented the classics, Jess. Yeah, I'm the classic reader. It's always fun to be on Omar's show, and David Gabriel was in the chat answering questions, so that was nice for people. That instead of Omar being asked 95 times, when's X-Force, Uncanny X-Force Omni coming out? There's the Omnibus collector himself.
Ooh.
Right on, dude.
Hey, Ryley.
What's poppin'?
Now that you're all here, we can talk about InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. There's always an Omnibroslive discount code at the end of every quarter. InStockTrades is kind enough to give us a $50 gift card to give away at the end of each month to a lucky viewer. Order $50 or more in an order from InStockTrades.com in the United States, and that is free shipping, which is amazing. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. And that customer service is great. I was talking to Emily a lot today regarding what we're going to talk about right now. And she is just top notch. What a sweetheart of a young woman. Where'd Lou go? Oh. I couldn't tell if your camera was off or there was just no lights in your house.
Well, it's either it's completely blown out or I'm staring into an endless void. So I'm going with the endless void look tonight.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Emily and I are working to bring you the in-stock trades. The Omnibros and Emily are working to bring you the in-stock trades releases through this July. So we have that list of what in-stock trades is going to be releasing. Caveat A, we don't know if anything's going to be 50% off yet. So we don't know that.
We're going to get messages about that.
Right. So I don't know. Caveat B, it's weird because sometimes it's DC for a month and then Marvel for a month. We have no control over that. It's a very odd world going on out there, and we're lucky to be getting books at all, quite frankly. I'm surprised that there's a release schedule from Diamond at all.
Mm-hmm.
So the list is what it is. There will be things added to it. So I'm going to post this on the Omnibus Collectors Facebook page. Gio's going to be posting it to where?
Social media.
Twitter,
Facebook, Instagram,
and YouTube, and we'll keep it updated because it's dynamic and there will be new books coming available all the time. They just may not know it right now, but in a week they may know it. So, like that. I need to go get something to drink. We were going to talk about Sweet Tooth because of the announcement on Netflix of a Sweet Tooth show. Right, Netflix, right?
Yeah.
By Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah, Downey's producing it.
Yeah. He and his wife?
Yeah.
But it got bumped because we got these new releases to talk about. And we were going to argue. Ryley's new feature that he wants to do is arguing. Ryley arguing. Ryley, tell us about your arguing segment that you want to introduce to the OmniBros world.
No, I mean, it's kind of, not that I ever did debate in school or whatever, but we're gonna come up with a topic for debate, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the side that I'm arguing is what I believe is the way that I'm envisioning this. But we'll divide ourselves. Like, say today, Jess and I would be arguing that Sweet Tooth is Jeff Lemire's best comic, but then Gio and Louise would be arguing, no, actually it's Essex County. So it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what we believe, but this is just for the sake of, we're geeks, and as huge comic geeks, you could probably argue whatever you want because you know enough about it.
I like that idea. I don't necessarily have to believe it, but I have to present a reasonable argument.
So you could be caught in a situation where, like, Jess, yourself arguing against Harley Quinn, for instance. Like, so it could be like Harley Quinn versus Gwenpool, and we might stick you on Team Gwenpool.
Wow.
So, but that means your strength is that because you know Harley so well, you also know how to argue against her. So that's the concept that I've been playing with, and it kind of goes back to those schoolyard, like, my hero can beat your hero type arguments, but putting like a twist on it that we're mega geeks that just love everything. We're not 10-year-old kids on the playground.
This sounds great to me.
So hopefully soon we'll be able to do that.
Yeah. That's a much deeper idea than I thought. I really like that. So you're not just sitting around making tacos. You're really thinking about things in a deep, empathetic way. Tacos that we can't eat.
Dude, those tacos took us like 3.5 hours to make. And took me like 3.5 minutes to eat.
Yeah, I bet.
They were real good. We've got tons of leftovers, so y'all are invited over if you want any.
Nice.
I'll have to post some pictures on Instagram so that anyone who wants to see them can see what we're talking about, what we're tacoing about.
Ooh, I like that. Tacoing about.
Okay. So let's see. Let me see if I can share my screen.
Please do.
See if this goes right.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
go.
That's a list.
I want to make this bigger, right?
Zoom in. Yeah.
Let's get it real intimate, real close.
Yeah.
Bigger than that?
It's a little bit more.
A little bit more. Okay.
Yeah.
Wee bit more.
Get over there.
That's good. That's good.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh man, Hellblazer by Garth Ennis is coming out.
Now that was this week, so
that was actually last week.
So those we've seen.
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a note at the top that states these are the Wednesdays dates. But of course, as it is normal on IST, you'll see the 520 books are going to be out there on 519.
Exactly. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So let's take real quick. How many editions of Watchmen are going to come out in the next few weeks? You want to take a shot at it? 3?
I'm guessing this is DC finally being forced to take a break on releasing Watchmen.
I'm personally looking for the show tie-in one. I'm looking forward to that one, and the movie tie-in one is probably going to be real nice.
Yeah.
So these are DC. We'll be able to tell.
Yep.
Okay, so next week.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're there.
Batman, Superman, hardcover, Volume 1. Who are the Secret Six?
That's the current series by Josh Williamson.
Oh, okay, good. Is that something you've been reading?
Yeah, it's pretty good. If you've been following DC's ongoing stuff through Rebirth, it has a lot of tie-in with the Villains Month, like the dark versions of some characters show up in there. So it's pretty important in relation to the big DC story that's been going on right now.
Oh, okay. DC first issue special hardcover.
That was a series. I don't remember when it was published, but actually called First Issue Special.
I think back in the 70s.
And each issue was like an issue number 1 of some series, and so they're collecting all of those together. That's nothing I've ever read, and not particularly my interest, but I know there was some people when it got announced who were pretty excited.
Oh, okay. For some reason, this sounds like something Gio would read. My video game ate my homework.
Oh, I've been there. That's happened to me.
It definitely does not sound like a DC book. I'll say that.
No.
My video game ate my homework. What's that?
Who hasn't been there at this point? Come on.
It is a DC Comics book. Interesting.
Can you find a summary of it?
Yeah. Meet Dewey Jenkins, a 13-year-old school kid who's about to fail science class. Follow Dewey on an amazing adventure that leads him and his friends to a virtual world where they will have to overcome all sorts of digital creatures and solve a number of puzzles in order to get home. It's written by Dustin Hanson, who did Game On, video game history from Pong to Pac-Man to Mario, Minecraft, and more. So it's a young adult graphic novel.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
That next one, though, is going to be a big one.
Yeah, Mega Men by Tom King Deluxe.
Time to upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
Big upgrade. When was this released originally in collected edition? Like 2018 or earlier?
No, earlier than that.
Yeah, it was a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that was when Tom King was hot on the scene, when he couldn't do no wrong.
Right. He had that and Sheriff of Baghdad and
Yeah, and now people are starting to see, he's got kind of a formula.
Vision.
Babylon. Sorry.
Vision is still the best thing he's
Babylon.
ever.
Sheriff of Babylon.
I could reread Vision today, and I still find new things about that thing that I love. I love Vision.
Omega Man paperback edition came out August 2016.
Okay.
Damn.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Because that was pre-Batman run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it goes for me Vision, Sheriff, then Omega Man. Unless we're throwing in Mr. Miracle,
Yeah.
then it goes Vision, Mr. Miracle, Sheriff, Omega Man.
I agree with that.
Robin, the Bronze Age Omnibus. That's going to be a bunch of 70s. Well, I wonder what that is going to be. Is it going to be I wonder if that. Oh, Bronze Age. Yeah, 70s
Yeah,
stuff
70.
that I'm totally not interested in.
Gee Willikers, Batman.
Let me get the contents real quick.
It's the G Willikers era.
It's a $125 book.
Wow.
Collects Batman 192, 202, 203, 227, 229 through 231, 234 through 236, 239, 242 to 242, 244, 245, 248, 250, 252, 254, 259, 333, 337, 339, 341, 343. Detective Comics 390, 391, 394, 395, 398 to 403, 445, 447, 450, 451, and 481 to 485. Batman Family 1, 3, and 4 through 9, and 11 through 20. World's Finest Comics number 200, and DC Comics Presents 31 and 58.
Dude,
Sold.
if nothing else works for you in life, you could work at an auction house.
Yeah.
Sold for $300.
That's not going to be for me, but it could be
No.
for a lot of people.
Not for me either. My DC interest kind of begins with I think after that, like right after that stuff.
Wasn't this was the time period you kind of bowed out a little bit, right, Jess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Batman Family is when I said, okay, I've had enough.
Yeah, for me it's DC, it's like the 80s and on. So anything before that, 60s, 70s, I'm not terribly interested. I know there's a lot of people who are, and that's going to be a good book for them to pick up. But just not for me. Not for me.
Yeah. Now I'm interested in Batman, the Bronze Age, but not Robin. Yeah, that and Justice League of America in the Bronze Age, just they didn't do it for me.
Now, Tales of the Batman, Steve Englehart. That one I'm looking at. That one has, I think, a little bit further on. Detective Comics 439 and 469 through 476. Batman 311, Legends of the Dark Knight 109 through 111. Batman Chronicles 19, Legends of the DC Universe 26 and 27, and Dark Detective 1 through 6. So it has some more modern material, including, I think Dark Detective was from 2006, so that's a much more modern book. But I'm not typically one for the Legends of the Dark Knight or Tales of Batman books that collect like a single creator's run. I'd rather have, it just goes sequentially through. So this is something that intriguing for me, but not something that I'll be picking up myself.
Right. I agree. Teen Titans Trade Paperback Volume 3, Seek and Destroy. Is that a Rebirth title?
Yeah, I think that's the current one. I have not been reading that.
World's Finest Guardians of the Earth hardcover. I don't know anything about that.
And I'll pull that one up as well. This is from the 70s, collects World's Finest Comics 195 to 214.
Okay. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I don't care what that's about. I'm getting it.
It's probably like a greatest hits. Sounds like a greatest hits title.
Oh, you think so? It's not an original title?
I think it was a miniseries, actually. Yeah, it was a miniseries by Jody Hauser.
Is that the one where Ivy gets all buffed out with the green power? Or am I mistaken? You know the one where she looks like a Titan from Attack on Titan?
I don't think that's this one. But I don't really read any of the Harley stuff. So I'm not sure.
Sacrilegious. Mamma mia.
Hey, Harley's the one thing keeping that DC Universe streaming app alive right now. So,
Oh, I have to watch the latest show.
That is the one show that people are watching on that app right now.
Nightwing, this volume 1, The Gray Sun Legacy. This is they're done with the whole Rick Grayson thing now. So Scott Lobdell's no longer on the book. I think Dan Jurgens has taken over. I have not read it since Lobdell was on the book, though, so I can't comment on the quality of the story.
Because you like good writers, Ryley.
But that's what that is.
I'm looking. I actually want to read this Stargirl by Jeff Johns.
I think that was out of print for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool having a reprint of that. It'd also be cool to have a reprint of Power Girl. Speaking of Jeff Johns writing blank girl books.
Yeah.
The character, fun fact, the character is actually named after his sister who passed away.
Of Stargirl?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not named, but inspired after his sister who passed away on a plane crash. I forgot when it was.
It was in the 90s, early
Yeah.
90s.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Huge inspiration was his sister.
And that is coming out because of the show, of course.
Yep.
Right.
I'm trying to get the numbers.
I've seen her Star Rod. It's really cool looking in the commercials.
Yeah.
It looks like a fun show.
So this one has the Stars and Stripes series issues 0 through 14 and a couple of other single issue stories from other series in there as well.
Luke Wilson's going to play Stripes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've we've got a lot of stuff to talk about on Sunday now. For once.
Yay.
It's like they dumped all the news this whole week. Like DC and Marvel, like a whole bunch of news has been dumped this week.
Flash by Mark Waid, book 7. That's good.
That one I'm excited about. I've been waiting for a minute for that one. And I think that one is the one that goes up to the point where the
Omnibus?
it's the Morrison Miller paperback.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hold on. I'm going to see for sure. Yeah, it takes up right after that. So this one is the Mark Waid stuff after Morrison and Mark Miller's paperback. So you'll have volumes 1 through 6 of Waid, the Morrison Miller paperback, and then volume 7 would actually come after that if you're looking chronologically. I think this is the last volume. It's either the last or there might be one more volume worth of Waid material. He comes back later on for a 1 or 2 short run or like 6 issue series or something, but this is this might be, I can't remember. It's either he ends it on one, he keeps going for like 10 more issues.
Okay, and then we've got not indie, but small publisher titles. EC Archives Impact. And Gotham says, EC Archives Impact collects a story called Master Race, which is widely considered to be one of the best panel layouts ever.
Wow.
That's interesting. American Jesus, Volume 1 and 2. Snot Girl, Volume 3.
Ooh, Volume 3.
I can't believe O'Malley is still doing that book.
Nice. I got to check it out. I like that series.
That dude needs to put out like another Scott Pilgrim or something like that. That's been a long time.
Vampire.
Are these manga?
That one is. But the rest are not.
Yeah.
Vampire Hunter, Volume 29. Check Please Hockey. Dewdrop. In Vitro. Live Wire. Portrait of a Drunk. Okay.
There. Just note on Flash. I just looked into it, and Mark Waid does continue writing. So there should be an 8th volume, and he co-writes it with Brian Augustine after that.
Okay.
Ooh.
On to the next week, this is just a few DC titles. Well, there's new Archie's graphic novel,
Nice.
Batman the Caped Crusader, Volume 4.
That one is one that I will be getting.
What is that?
Caped Crusader and Dark Knight Detective each collect respectively issues of Batman and Detective Comics that kind of bridge the gap between the beginning of the modern age, like post-crisis, all the way through to it looks like they're going to catch up with like Nightfall.
Oh,
There's up here.
Sorry. So yeah, those they've got a ways to go before they get there, but that looks like what the aim is, because a lot of that stuff, the only things between that era that have been collected is like Year 1, Year 2, Death in the Family, and Lonely Place of Dying. So it goes and collects everything else around those stories, basically. So it's a pretty cool little line. That's like definitively those books are where my interest kind of begins with DC and with Batman.
okay. Joe Chip, these are very reliable dates. We got them specifically from Emily today from IST.
Which I believe they got from Diamond.
Yeah.
So
they got from a mob boss.
That's what's his name. Jeppy is actually a mob boss.
Come on, look at him. I'll break your fucking legs if you don't release them.
But like Jess said earlier, they are dynamic. It's a dynamic list, so things can be added. They might move around a little bit, but this is what Diamond has as their list right now, as their calendar.
Yeah. New Teen Titans, Volume 11. Superman, Volume 3, Truth Revealed. That's the Bendis?
Yeah, that's Bendis, and it would be somewhere around the time of like Leviathan and stuff.
Okay.
Like right after Leviathan's storyline.
And then the following week is Marvel.
So Marvel takes over in June is basically what it looks like.
It's very odd, but
they're alternating? Is that how this is working?
That's what this calendar looks like. Is that it's going back and forth between Marvel and DC.
Huh.
Astonishing X-Men, which is amazing.
Oh God, Felipe is gonna fucking hate this month.
So that one IST did get some of. So that's to say next month, beginning of a couple weeks from now, is when there will be more in stock if you missed out on it.
Okay, good.
Ghost Rider, I know I've read most of this stuff, so I know what they are.
What is Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider is the new ongoing run by Ed Brisson, where basically Johnny Blaze becomes the King of Hell, and it introduces a new. There's like the Spirit of Vengeance is one of the spirits, and then they introduce a new one that's for Purgatory, like in one of the first few issues. So you get a new kind of role in the whole Rider mythos, I guess. So it's actually a really fun book. I've been enjoying it. Mephisto, this is a collection of a bunch of classic Mephisto issues and appearances, and it collects the 4 Mephisto Versus issues from back in, I think, the 80s. I don't know exactly what's going on that they decided to put out a Mephisto trade paperback right now.
I mean, there are rumors that he's going to be involved in. There's some speculation he's going to be involved in some way, shape, or form with WandaVision, which we'll see how that works out. I'm of the opinion that I think Scarlet Witch is going to become the next big bad going forward. She'll be the big bad for Doctor Strange and the.
She's going to be a bad guy, you think?
For Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of whatever the fuck they're calling that film. I think she's going to come out of WandaVision as being the bad guy, or her personality is going to split, where you have Wanda and then you have Scarlet Witch, and Scarlet Witch will be the big bad guy in the Multiverse of Madness.
Wow.
Neato.
That's some
Interesting.
theory.
This one I'm looking forward to a lot. Sensational She-Hulk by John Byrne. She-Hulk for me is one of my favorite characters in Marvel. I think Jen's fantastic. This collects the entirety of John Byrne's run, which has the first chunk of issues, and then he returns later on in the series. I know when this was solicited, a lot of people were kind of annoyed that it skipped a whole chunk of issues in the middle. But narratively, Byrne completely ignores all of those and basically comes back and is like, none of that happened. Let's get going. So there's a reason why they're making it like that, why they're collecting it this way, is because it is one solid story from front to back. Spider-Man Venom Double Trouble graphic novel, that one, I read the first issue. I forget who writes it, but it was like a young reader book, so I stopped reading after that because I really didn't care much for it. But if you have kids who are fans of Spider-Man and Venom and the characters and stuff, that would be a good one to grab. Darth Vader poster book is what it sounds like. Amazing Mary Jane is, who writes that one? That's Leah Williams writes that one.
Yes.
Our girl.
Mary Jane is an actress, as she is in the comics and stuff, as she has been, and she's working with a new director, but that director winds up being one Quentin Beck in disguise, and so it goes along this whole adventure with her and Mysterio and a bunch of other villains and stuff. So it's a fun little series. I recommend it if you're a fan of the characters and stuff. It's fun. It's not anything deep. It's not something that's going to be like the next big event spinning out of Amazing Mary Jane in the Marvel Universe or something, but it's good stuff.
It should, but
yeah. And then X-Men Paperback Volume 1 is the first chunk of issues of the main X-Men title by Jonathan Hickman. So this is the alternate choice that you can collect it this way instead of the Dawn of X paperbacks that have a single issue of each title.
nice.
Okay.
I'm so behind on that.
I am too.
It just got too. It's the same. Every problem in Marvel is it just got too messy for me. I'm like, wait, am I supposed to read this now or what? Whatever.
Archie versus Predator 2.
There was a Predator one. That's right.
So there's only looks like one book that comes out on the 10th. So we get a skip week, and then it comes back to being all Marvel. Conan Book of Thoth. I think that's reprinting classic stuff, but I'm not 100% sure. Daredevil by Chip. Chip's been doing great. Dawn of X Volume 5. So we were talking about Iron Man Epic Collection War Machine. I think this is Volume 17 of the Epic Collections for Iron Man. This collects the introduction of the War Machine armor, and then eventually Rhodey takes on the role of War Machine. There is an old War Machine paperback. This double dips with most of it, but there's material that paperback doesn't, and there's material that this paperback has that doesn't. So I'm going to wind up getting this and then keeping both until they release Epic Collection, I think number 16, which would precede this. I think I have the numbers right in my head. And then there will be no need for that other one. Masterworks, I don't know anything about, so I can't make any commentary. Silver Surfer Omnibus. This is the long-awaited reprint of the classic Lee and run, collecting the entire, I think, 18 or 19 issue run of the old Silver Age Silver Surfer. Looking forward to this one. Have that on the shelf next to my Dan Slott, Mike Allred one. Two fantastic books sitting next to each other on the shelf is going to be awesome.
Right on, man.
Star Wars Age of Rebellion hardcover. This is an oversized hardcover that collects, I think, 10 different one-shots. 5 for good guys, 5 for bad guys. Set during the original trilogy. Each one shot is a standalone story focusing on a certain character, written by various creators with various artists and stuff. I think that Greg Pak and Jody Hauser did several of the one-shots during this whole deal. They before this one, they had Age of the Republic, which was during the prequels, and then they'll have Age of the Resistance. Will get a hardcover eventually as well, which will be 10 one-shots set during the sequels. And then Unbeatles, Squirrel Girl, Big Squirrels Don't Cry graphic novel. Marvel's actually putting that one out just for Jess.
The Unreadable Squirrel Girl.
I'm gonna send you an advance copy soon.
Has it been
Just my luck. That'll be the advance copy they send me.
the same writer throughout the whole recent Squirrel Girl stuff, or have they shifted writers?
I don't know who's on that one. I can look it up, but they ended that run.
Okay. Jess, you might want to give this one a shot, man. You never know. What if it was written by Brubaker?
And it's a crime.
Read.
A crime noir Squirrel Girl.
That I would read.
They murdered Mr. Raccoon the other day. I'm gonna
Let's see, Girls. Find out who's writing this one, because I don't think I've even heard of this one.
Shit, I actually kind of want to see a Brubaker written Squirrel Girl comic now.
Totally. I would totally read that.
John
I
Phillips
think
on art.
this might be one of those young reader collections. I'm not 100% sure. Collecting because it's still written by Ryan North with Erica Henderson. Erica Henderson did the art at the beginning of the series, and later on she was replaced by, I forget the name of the second guy, but I think this is one of those graphic novel sized books for the Hawkeye with Kate Bishop. A while back they did one for Miss Marvel as well, so this is kind of like not young reader but like middle age reader books. The type of stuff that they probably push at like Scholastic book fairs and stuff like that.
For the tweens.
Yeah, they're cheaper. It's $12.99 cover price, and they usually have a pretty decent amount, like 10 issues or something. The 24th of June, Amazing Fantasy Omnibus new printing. This is the series that spun off Amazing Spider-Man from its final. So this is classic pre-Spider-Man, early Marvel stuff. This one's been out of print for a while, so I know a lot of people are going to be excited about that one. Not necessarily me, though, unfortunately. Collection, my Doom. I think it's his name is Doom. I don't know exactly where this one falls. Iron Man Ultron Agenda, that is, I believe, the end of Dan Slott's Iron Man series with Tony Stark. Marvel did something really clever and easy with Iron Man, and at the beginning of the year, literally in January, they started publishing Iron Man 2020. So this is the end of the pre-2020 series. Marvelverse Black Widow, I don't know about that one.
I think that's
Morbius.
the compilation.
That would make sense.
Like the smaller digest-sized compilations for kids.
That would make sense, yeah. If it says GN, that's probably what it is. Morbius Living Vampire, that's kind of a compilation omnibus of all the early Morbius stories before he took off into the Midnight Suns. I don't think it collects any of the Midnight Suns material. To be wrong, I don't think it does. Obviously, with the movie eventually Jared Leto, Marvel's kind of capitalizing on that. I'm not a terribly big fan of books like that just collect a bunch of appearances. The main stuff I have his first appearance in the Spider-Man omnibus, so I'm not too concerned. But it's really like the later solo Morbius stuff where it gets really cool. If you want to read a cool Morbius story, the currently ongoing, or it might be a mini series, I don't know, but it's currently being written by Vita Ayala, is really cool, really terrifying, like horror stuff. Yondu, this was a trade paperback about the titular character of Yondu. Written, I think this is by the guys that did Age of X-Man. Let me look into it real quick. I think it was by a pair of writers. This is just fun little cosmic thing. Let me see. Yeah, Thompson and Nadler. So they did like an arc of Cable that led into Age of X-Man and stuff like that, and they did a bunch of little X-Men related things before Hickman came on. So if you enjoy their material, this is a nice little nice little mini series collected here, where there's actually 2 different versions of Yondu that come into contact with each other. And I don't know anything about Archie. I don't know about Life with Archie.
Here's Brian Long. I don't know if you guys know, but does IST know when they will be getting more of the JMS Volume 2 of Amazing Spider-Man?
That actually is coming up on the list.
It is coming up on the list. So if you can hang on, you will see that we do have an answer to that question.
Moving to July.
All right.
More Marvel.
More Dawn of X.
More Dawn of X. I've committed to collecting it in that format, so I hope I can read it. You guys have definitely pounded it into my head that it can be read that way.
Yes, yeah, and it may be for the early stuff. That might be the best way to read it, but once it goes past like the first arc, like the first 6 or so issues of each book, they each kind of go into their own direction.
Okay.
I'm curious, that Excalibur book, I'm assuming that that's the recent series, but it's not labeled as volume 1. So that's the only thing that's a little bit curious to me, because that is still, going. Infinity Gauntlet, Marvel Select, that's that new line of hardcovers that they've been doing. Marvel Masterworks Spectacular Spider-Man Volume 3. Hopefully with the 3rd volume, we're close to having a Spectacular Omnibus. Spectacular is a severely under-collected Spider-Man series, so it's always nice to have a collection of that. Marvel's Black Widow Prelude. That is one of those miniseries that they put out before every movie. Really doesn't do anything but give a synopsis of her story from before the movie. Is basically what it's going to do. Timely Submariner. Jess, have you been picking up any of those? The Timely books?
No, I haven't.
That's pre my interest. That's
me too.
Pre most people's interest.
Yeah, there's a market. There is a market because I've seen a lot of people get them, and they are beautiful looking books. Like the way they're designed is just superb. But I can't get myself to buy them. I know that it'll sit on my shelf forever without any intent of reading it.
The majority of them are collecting Social Security, so
they did a good job on the restoration because the pages look amazing.
Yeah.
But the content, that's another topic for another day.
Here's a good question, actually, about how these show up. Is Dawn of X Volume 6 out on 6/24 or 7/1?
That's a good question. I want to assume it's 7/1 because that one ends with Life with Archie. So then it's departing from Marvel and then going back to Marvel with Dawn of X.
I agree with that.
Or alphabetical as well. What If Classic Complete Collection Volume 4. Jess, weren't you buying the What Ifs?
I do have the first 3, yeah.
Nice. So that's a good one for you. I feel like I should have been picking these up because I've always loved the concept of What If. One of my earliest comics that I can remember was not What If, but What The. My uncle had a copy of a What The magazine, which was just a bunch of little like ridiculous comedic things, like what if Wolverine's claws were coming out of his feet and stuff like that. I think it had some.
I don't remember this.
It had some Greg Hembeck artwork, I think, in there as well. You should look it up. It was so fun. I would flip through that book time when I was younger. X-Men Milestones, Messiah War. I think this is the most current milestones that they have put out. But Messiah War is the second piece of the Messiah trilogy following Messiah Complex. Then Young Avengers by Gillen McKelvey, complete collection, collecting the entire Marvel Now Young Avengers line.
Which, if you've never read that, it is required reading.
It's very good.
It's very good. Mm-hmm.
It is very, very good.
I'm not even a huge Gillen fan, and I love that run.
He does great work because one of the big highlights in that is he keeps writing Loki. this is like after the ongoing Journey into Mystery with Loki run, and it carries over into here. So you kind of see Loki evolve as a character even more. So I remember that's why a lot of people picked it up when it was coming out, specifically because of that. And that's one of the big reasons I was interested in it.
He does great work with with Hulkling, Wiccan, and I could have used a little bit less Chico from America Chavez because I was like, that's kind of stereotypical, but okay.
Chico.
None of us say Chico, buddy. Okay.
Okay, so this is where I should start picking up things like Marauders, Trade Paperback Volume 1, and stop with Dawn of X.
Well, the in Marauders Volume 1 is also in those Dawn of X books.
Oh, okay, got it. Right. Okay,
yeah.
You explained that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Spider-Man Nick Spencer Volume 7, that's the current ongoing. Immortal Hulk hardcover Volume 2, I will be getting that one. Fantastic work right there. Marauders Volume 1. If you choose to buy these separately, Marauders, for my money, is one of the better of the X books. But I might be biased because we got an Art of Frank Cho book, a Spider-Man poster book. Here's the new printing of the Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus. That's the first Miles Omnibus that had a lot of people had problems with the binding. So hopefully this one has better binding. Sword of Conan, Original Marvel Years, Omnibus Volume 3. There's a lot of people that will be excited about that, but unfortunately I'm not counted along with those people. Geo has a bum copy of Spider-Man there with the disconnected spine. That copy has some scoliosis going on. It's so bad. Let's see. Star Wars Legends Epic Collection Legacy Volume 3. The Legacy series was a really popular one, so that's a cool one to come out. And we move into some DC books. So Marvel and DC actually sharing the shelves on the 8th of July. Crisis on Infinite Earths, Paragon's Rising Deluxe Edition hardcover. There's a note on the side of this one, Jess, that it has a different title. Let me see. I have it on my phone too. Solicited as Crisis Infinite Earths Arrowverse Deluxe Edition.
Yep.
It's a long name.
Because it's
so. Is that like a tie-in for the show?
I think it's adapting the show into a comic, or maybe it ties into the show, but it's definitely Arrowverse related.
No, so the quality will be terrible.
Flash 750 Deluxe Edition. This is following in DC's line of doing deluxe hardcover each anniversary issue, which is going to be odd because this is like the middle of a line for the book, so it's going to be weird. Or that was Scott Lobdell, his story that took place after Heroes in Crisis, that leads forward into the next big evolution for Wally, which I think he actually appears in that Flash 750. So you get to see what happens in Flash Forward and then see where he goes in 750. Green Lantern, The Day the Stars Fell. I think that's the second volume of Morrison's run in paperback. JL by Meltzer Deluxe Edition hardcover. That one, I was trying to think where that falls continuity. I think that's a while after Morrison leaves, because that's around when he did Identity Crisis, I think. I don't know much about the Superboy collection, but that's another one of those anniversary. And then Supergirl Being Super. Is that the Mariko Tamaki?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's her miniseries.
Awesome. Everyone needs to get that. So good.
All right. Next, we get the rest of it's a lot of DC, by the way. So the 15th, Batman Volume 13. This is the last volume of the ongoing Batman by King. this ends that run, and then in whenever it comes in the future, because who knows what's going on with time anymore, we'll get the end of his story with the Batman Catwoman series. DC Superhero Girls Weird Science, I'm not really familiar with that. Dreaming paperback volume 3, One Magical Movement, that series is fantastic. That's the currently ongoing Sandman Universe series. Green Lantern 80 Years, Emerald Knight, another one of the anniversary books, and Wonder Woman, Her Greatest Victories. I'm not familiar with the contents, but I'm guessing that that's a compilation.
For the movie, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, the movie got pushed back, so you're going to see a lot of this, is that some of this stuff was supposed to tie in to like the movies or TV shows that were going to come out at the time, but with everything going on, got pushed back.
Yeah. Batman Beyond First Flight, that's the currently ongoing Batman Beyond series. I think Jurgens is still writing it.
Is that where we get female Batman Beyond?
It might be that volume, or it might be the volume after that. But yes, there's a female Batwoman, like Batman Beyond, Batwoman Beyond, whatever.
I don't know how to say it anymore, so whatever. Okay.
Flash United, They Fall. I think that's from the current ongoing run. I'm not 100% sure. I probably should look that up before I say anything else. Green Lantern, Green Arrow, that's following the hard traveling heroes. So if you have that one, this follows that. House of Mystery, Bronze Age Omnibus Volume 2, kind of speaks for itself. And then Wonder Woman Through the Years, hardcover, that's probably another movie tie-in type thing.
Mm-hmm. The movie's in November now, right, Gio? Is that when
August? August.
Okay, so these tie-ins make sense with this.
Flash United. And this is those giant size books that they did at Walmart. This collects the stories from those. So Flash Giant 1 through 7 and Flash Giant 1 through 5.
Who's the writer on those?
The only writer it says on Amazon is Gail Simone. So
she did Flash.
Oh, then I'm definitely checking that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the one that has, it's not within arm's reach, but the one that has the what's it called? Swamp Thing material.
Mm-hmm.
So those are pretty cool little. I think that Batman Universe and Superman by Tom King, those were also in those giants.
Up in the Sky?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything I've heard is that those books are not bad, actually, for like those Walmart books.
Yeah.
Can you guess which hero has had their...
What was that, Gio? You broke up.
Had their what? Oh, now I'm dying.
Booster Gold.
Blue Beetle.
Condiment King.
Kite Man. Hell yeah.
Elastic Man. Elongated Man.
Oh, he's killing me. I want to know what he was going to say.
He's just building the anticipation.
You're killing me.
There
Gio,
we go.
quick, what was your question again?
What was your question?
Sorry. I asked for the class in session, which is the only hero that doesn't have a hardcover of those Walmart books.
Aquaman.
It's easy. Of course.
If Gio is mentioning it, it has to be Aquaman.
Because they love him. Yeah.
Oh, the chat knew it.
Let's see. Last week of July, Batman Deluxe Edition, Volume 5. So that's going to be more of the Tom King stuff.
Finally.
Deathstroke, rest in peace. This is one of, if not the last volume of Priest's run on the series. Lucifer, Volume 3, The Wild Hunt. For my money, Lucifer has been the best of those Sandman series.
Give that a reread. You say that. I really didn't dig the first one, but I will reread it and give it another shot.
Who's writing that?
It's God, who is it? I forget.
Lucifer, son of morning, I'm gonna chase you. And is it still Bowie? Does he still look like Bowie? Oh, we lost Ryley.
Oh, did Ryley freeze?
Yeah. Everybody's freezing up tonight.
Either that or he's in intense thought and research right now looking for who that is.
I was like, I thought he was looking up the writer for Lucifer.
I think the chat got us. They're saying Mike Carey.
The current Lucifer?
Wait, no. That can't
I
be
don't
right.
think Mike Carey's writing the current Lucifer. I mean, I could go grab that book.
Ooh, and he's gone.
Okay, we'll wait a minute.
The chat is asking Joe, Chip, Geo, why is Aquaman your favorite DC character? I mean, I don't want to do a whole lecture on this thing, but I'll just say I really enjoy like aquatic themed powers with water and all that stuff. I like his backstory of being somebody stuck in the middle between worlds and how he's sort of this bridge between the different types of people that inhabit Earth, and he's a superhero and he looks cool to me. And I love that he talks to marine life and all that stuff. So yeah. And he's got one of the hottest looking female superheroes of all time as his wife. So
I swore I thought you were going to say one of the hottest looking actors of all time for it. So.
No, I'm keeping things comic related. Sorry.
Ah, okay. Right.
He's basically an underwater Superman. Come on.
He's cool. You know what? You were the one that rubbed like Aquaman's love onto me. Wow, that came out completely wrong. But you were the one that really like got me into reading Aquaman books.
Lucifer says it's written by Dan Waters and Neil Gaiman, Ann Cy Spurrier, Cat Howard, Nalo Hopkinson. So it's
a lot of people. Jesus,
by a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Maybe that's why you didn't.
I'm gonna have to read this again. I mean, that's a pretty big recommendation from Ryley. Most of it looks like it's written by Dan Waters.
So what did you care for? What didn't you like?
I can't remember now. It looks like a lot. Most of it's written by Dan Waters. It just didn't stick with me. Just didn't appeal to me. But you know, it's possible I was just not in the proper mindset for it, and sometimes it just takes a push in the. Oh, Riley's waiting to be let in. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
That's all good. I don't know what happened. Yeah, Dan Waters is the writer on that one. The others are listed because the one shot that started the whole Sandman universe deal. They each wrote a segment of that.
I can do this. Stay away from people. We need you around for another century. You got it.
But I don't know, Jess, if you read it and like Lucifer in that book is literally David Bowie. And just look at that and enjoy that.
Okay. So they kept the Bowie aesthetic for the new writer?
He looks 100%. He's 100% David Bowie.
He does look like David Bowie, yeah.
I have to go in just a couple minutes, so let's finish up
okay.
The end of this list. Wonder Woman Come Back to Me. This was a mini series that was published not too long ago. I don't remember what creative team it was. And then Wonder Woman War of the Gods Omnibus. This is the War of the Gods event that happened sometime during the time that George
Perez?
He froze.
Oh, brother.
He got frozen.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your
all right.
Yeah.
But yes, George Perez run on Wonder Woman. This happens, I believe, around that time. I could be wrong. Whatever. If I'm wrong, then screw it. And then to answer the question from earlier, here.
No.
Oh, there he is.
This is the official date for Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2. So this is when I would imagine that you'll see IST get new copies, is sometime in August. They don't have a date yet because we only know actual dates. Diamond has only decided actual dates through the end of July. But
You'll get your dates when you get them.
before I cut out again, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. My wife needs help building an elliptical, and yeah. So thank you so much. You guys enjoy. It was exciting to get all those dates and stuff and all these new books and just knowing what's coming out each week. So I'm real excited to see all these things, and I will see you guys whenever my next show is.
Nice. Thanks for joining us.
Peace out, homies. Later. Oh, and I'm going to post pictures of tacos on my Instagram, RyleyMo, RYLEYM0. Check it out there. You can also see what I'm reading. And then I've posted 2 videos on my channel today, the Omnibus Collectors. So check that out. I have 2 hauls and 1 video that I'll publish tomorrow that's already ready to go for a review for a book that just emotionally annihilated me. So get to see me talk about that.
Wow.
All right. Well, see you guys later. Peace out.
Okay, thanks. Jeffrey Roberts, do we know when Wolverine reprint will be available on IST? As of right now, no. I was just on Omar's show, and Wolverine got mentioned as, what was it? Like, it got moved around. Like, some copies were available with the flat spine, and I feel like I want to say it was in October. I'm sorry, maybe August or September that they were going to release that. But September, Bruce is saying September. Yeah, I think it got moved to September. Yeah. So that's when I think Wolverine will be available on IST. Speaking of IST, this is IST's release list, and you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. There's always an Omniboslive discount code every quarter. IST is also kind enough to give us a $50 gift card to give away to a lucky viewer every month. If you order $50 or more worth of books in the United States, you get free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Alack Sinner. No, I have not read that.
Nice.
Have you read that? Oh, were you just saying nice for me?
I have no idea what that is. Yeah, for you, because you're nice.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Jess, have you read Alack Sinner?
But I don't have. I have no idea what that is.
I don't either. It's one of the best crime books I've ever read. Okay.
I've never heard of that.
There you
Alack
go.
Sinner.
Well, clearly you must be wrong if none of us have ever heard of that. Because I'm joking, man.
Kenneth, I already told you in the chat. I'm going to talk about it on Sunday, man.
Sunday, we're going to talk about the CW Superman and Lois TV show. That's interesting.
Man.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they've got a Skinny Superman and Lois Lane.
Skinny Superman. True about Alack Sinner. Okay, wait. Lame works. This is funny. Ah, yes, I forgot how opinions work. Okay, where can I find Alack Sinner? Let me look on line for Alack Sinner. Alack Sinner. Oh, it looks like there's a line of them. Okay.
You're going to be entering a deep, dark hole soon.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be in trouble here.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
If this is a manga and you are trolling Jess, you are playing the long game on this one.
Are Argentine-born team of artist Jose Munoz and writer Carlos Sampaio. For this collection, hard-boiled private detective whose adventures are played out to a jazz soundtrack in a noir New York from 1975 through the 2000s. The stories are imbued with a deep political conscience and present scathing critique of corruption in society, juxtaposed with meditations on the nature of violence and exile. Wow. That sounds boss.
That sounds pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
a European comic though, Jess, so I don't know how you feel about that.
South American.
That sounds cool.
It does sound cool. All right. You've super baited me. I haven't got my stimulus check yet.
Oh.
Stupid paper returns.
And you got to wait an extra week for your boy to sign.
Yeah. I gotta wait a week for the signature. So we'll be getting our stimulus check on July.
You might be getting 1 and 2 at the same time at this rate.
Chat Omnidog, where have you been recently? I haven't heard from you in weeks. Are you all right? You need to hit me up and let me know if you're okay.
Uh-oh.
Because we had a show going and all of a sudden he
was on Monday.
We will actually be living on the $1,200 we each got since my wife left work early before her retirement.
Most Americans these days.
Matthew Mongi, I just got my mailed check the other day. Ah.
Oh, good for you, man. Happy for you.
Oh, good heavens. Chat Omnidog was sick. Oh, my. Okay. I'm so sorry.
Hope you feel better, man.
To the show.
I have trouble reading the chat.
What are you, my wife? Chat Omnidog, probably. He's a friend of mine. Here's a good question.
That sucks.
What are your thoughts on Planetary Omnibus? I think it's brilliant, and I love it.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, it's Warren Ellis. I mean, it's Ellis. That's really all you need to know. I have yet to read an Ellis book that I haven't thought of. That's at least, wow, this was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On top of that, he's writing Castlevania right now, and he's doing an amazing job.
He really is. Yeah, I love Planetary. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. One of my favorite books ever. Okay, good. Chat Omnidog says he's feeling better. No worries. Okay, good. Jess, are you saving the stimulus check for painkillers or comics you forgot you already own?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the answer. Yes.
Or both.
Okay, good. Pedro, good. Chat Omnidog's doing well. Good. Planetary or Authority Omni?
Both.
Tough one.
Planetary.
Get both.
I guess if I'm pressed, I'd probably say Planetary also. Although I love Authority. And I love Stormwatch before it. And I love the Authority that came after it by Ed Brubaker and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Lou's right, Planetary.
Get the cheapest one. That's what I would do.
Don't listen to Gio.
How is Global Frequency not an anthology TV series like Black Mirror? Global Frequency is awesome too, by Warren Ellis. How's everybody doing? Dat boy Steve wants to know. Are you asking us or the chat? If you're asking us, I'm okay. How are you doing, Gio?
I'm in pain, but I'm good.
You're in pain?
Oh man.
Yeah, because my back hurts and my shoulder, and I just want to lie down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I can do the show, no problem. It's just I'm tired.
I feel better, man.
How are you doing,
Thanks.
Lou?
Me, I'm good, man. Another day above the ground.
Another day above the ground.
So I'm doing good, man.
Lou, did you see the Cowboy Bebop video that dropped last week?
What Cowboy Bebop video that dropped last week?
I also have an interest in that.
Was
Is it
it
the
the
live
charity?
Huh?
Was it the charity fund thing where everybody sang the Real Folk Blues?
No, I didn't see anything like that. I'm eagerly anticipating the Netflix series. See what a train wreck that's going to be.
I think it's going to be interesting. I'm not saying it's going to be good, but I want to see this girl Pineda as Faye. Don't care about anybody else though.
No. I care about I think his name is it Mustafa Shakur?
Yeah, as Spike.
No, he's not Spike. He's
Jet.
Yeah, he's Jet. Because he was fucking awesome as Bushmaster in season 2 of Luke Cage.
Never saw that. I apologize.
He's the best thing about that season.
Chess said I was right. So yeah, it was about the charity thing.
Oh, I don't know anything about it.
They were raising money for what's happening with the pandemic. They did a collab with a bunch of people performing the ending song for Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
They took that recording and they're pressing it on an LP that you can buy, and that will be donated for something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm loving the fact that a bunch of these old like TV shows are coming back just for like one-offs for charity events. Like they did a Parks and Rec one, which I teared the fuck up at the end of it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. They pulled that off beautifully. But Parks and Rec is like my favorite show of all time. So,
Pedro, there's no. I said it just like the guy from Napoleon Dynamite. Pedro. We don't have an Omnibro discount right now.
Yeah, we don't have the discounts.
We'll ask them upcoming. Right now, we're just grateful they're, selling books. So I don't really want to push them on a discount right now, just because I'm glad they're still shipping books out. But yeah, there's no discount right now.
When we find one out, we'll let you guys know. Promise.
Yeah. Absolutely. What show should I watch next? Downton Abbey or Anne with an E? I can't decide. This is what I
forgot you're
relentlessly teases me because I like Downton Abbey, and now I started watching Anne with an E with my wife about Anne of Green Gables. But Taylor Brown is just all over me about it.
I forget you're a Downtowner, Jess.
Yeah. I know. And then Anne with an E is all about Anne of Green Gables. And it's, the same type of Jane Austen vibe that all the other stuff I watch with my wife. So,
the movie? Did you see the Downton Abbey movie?
I haven't seen it yet. No, but my wife and I want to.
I heard it's good.
Yeah, I'd like to. Here's a legit question. This is a very important question. Do I need to read the side stories to enjoy Black Hammer, or can I stick to the main title?
You can stick to the main title, but you're going to be missing out on some really choice stories if you don't, especially Dr. Star, which is just beautiful.
I completely agree with that. You can read the main thing and be okay, but you're missing some great stories.
Yeah, you'd be doing yourself a disservice by not picking up the other stuff.
Yeah.
Is the main story over, or is it still going?
I think it's still going.
I
We
don't.
haven't had resolution yet.
I'm behind. I don't know.
Well, I don't collect it in singles, so I actually don't know.
Because I had read that the main plot was ending or something, and it was just the side stories that were continuing. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's okay with me.
I think I heard the same thing as you did.
I love the side stories. I loved Black Hammer 45. That was cool.
Yeah, Black Hammer was dope.
I learned today that Jess is a stuffy old man. His words, not mine. I'll cop for that. Maybe the Omnibros can do a fundraiser for one of these causes. I miss seeing Wonder Woman Jess. That's disturbing, G. Scott.
That was a one-off.
He misses that.
That was a one-off.
Yeah. Oh, here, we can help Robert Williams. I can't decide whether to get into Sin City or 100 Bullets.
Sin City.
Sin City. I would go with Sin City as well.
I think I agree with that, although I do like 100 Bullets a lot.
That was peak coked out Frank Miller. Just balls deep in a hooker. That was that period of Frank Miller, and he was amazing during that period.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was at the height of his powers.
Mm-hmm. It's like he went clean, and it's like his powers just went away with it.
And people have different opinions in the chat.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Read both.
Oh, this question will mean nothing to anybody but me and N-Man 40. Omar said last night you went to college with Dean Butler. That is true. Were you two friends or acquaintances? I remember him from Little House on the Prairie when I was young. He and I were friendly to each other. He had friends in a sorority that I had a lot of friends in, and so we'd run into each other there. This is at University of Pacific in Stockton back in 1981, 1980, I think. I feel like he was a year older than I was. He went right from college to Little House on the Prairie. I don't think he skipped a beat. I think he just went straight and got the show and was on it. So, yeah, Dean Butler was a nice guy. He may not even remember me, but I remember him as being, he was a theater major. He was a very nice guy. But I was amazed that he went straight from college and scored a Hollywood gig like he did. No, I wasn't in the sorority. I had friends in the sorority.
Breaking news.
It says that. Breaking news. Oh, here's a good question. Best, worst, Jeff Lemire, fuck.
Lemire.
Lemire.
I'm gonna say Justice League on the Justice League book he did for New 52. I forgot the name. United, I think it was. I didn't like that.
Best or worst?
Was that
For
Canadian?
worst.
Was that Canadian Justice League?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It was just a big tie-in book for the Justice League of America book that they were doing, which also sucked. I didn't like it.
I will say the worst was Plutona.
I echo that sentiment.
What about his best?
This will be more fun. The best.
He's still writing it. I'm being serious. I think his best work is
Black Hammer or Gideon Falls?
Gideon Falls. I think his best work is Gideon Falls. And it's tough because Black Hammer is fucking great, but I think Gideon Falls, I like it a little more.
Those are two of the best things to have been written by anybody in the past 5 years.
I'm in the middle point between Black Hammer and Essex County. Those are my favorite works of him.
Essex County is so beautiful, though.
Yeah, Essex County is so great.
And how he ties it in at the end is just fantastic.
Yeah. I'd have to say that's Boy, I don't know. You make a good point about Gideon Falls and Black Hammer, though. Gideon Falls is just extra level up from everything.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just how come DC has not released a Bronze Age Supergirl run in collected edition yet? That's a good question. There were some good. I actually would get that because I'm a Supergirl fan, and the Bronze Age I remember as being okay for Supergirl.
Kenneth, you're forgetting that it's DC.
Yeah,
You know, they don't make a lot of sense these days.
Short comics.
Now, if you had asked about another Watchmen edition, we got you there.
Oh yeah, sure. They're going to print out the deluxe oversized hardcover with a TV cover variant soon.
You laugh, but that's coming soon.
How would you start reading Supergirl? Well, kind of an Elseworlds take on her, Supergirl being super. That was great. You can read that without any knowledge of her. And then I'm looking at my Supergirl collection upstairs, and there was a classic run. It wasn't the Peter David run, which is good, but it was somebody else that wrote it. Maybe the chat can help me out. Peter David's Supergirl is pretty good, but I like New 52 Supergirl, especially when she was a Red Lantern.
That was fun. Yep.
That was cool when she was a Red Lantern.
I liked the art on that, on the New 52 stuff with Mahmoud Azrar. I liked his art on Supergirl.
How many turnips did you sell this week, Lou?
Man, let me tell you something. I am almost out of the turnip game because, like the stock market, it is just crashing on my island, and it is not going well, buddy. I am at a. This is the second week in a row I've taken a loss on fucking turnips.
What are they selling for?
Right today, $50 a turnip.
I think I got like close to 60. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
I'm seeing all these people on Twitter. Oh, we're selling our turnips for like $400, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I've yet to break like 120.
You know what happened to me? I tried, just for the hell of it, I tried to do the time traveling thing just to see what all the fuss was about. I didn't know that if you travel forwards, you got to sell them. You can't go back during that week. So I lost the whole batch. But my greedy butt said, let's see what happens. Monday, it was like 80. Then Tuesday, 60. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Then Wednesday was close to 100. I'm like, let's push it even further. Thursday, I kid you not, they offered me 524 per turnip. Yes.
And you didn't take it?
I didn't take it because I was great. And I wanted to see what would happen on Friday and Saturday. And when nothing happened, I said, well, let's go back to Thursday. Nope, because they all rotted. I was pissed off. Yeah, and I bought them for like 90 something bells. So it was a steal. I should have done it. 500 bells. Nope.
Oh my God, man.
Wow.
And now I think it's like I bought them for like 90 last Sunday, and today they offered me like 58, 59, something.
Well, you just got to switch, and you're going to get into the turnip game pretty soon too.
Well, I haven't got it yet. I got the okay to get it.
Oh, okay.
I got the okay. I haven't got the game yet.
All right, man. Put that economics degree to good use, man. Let's get some turnips.
Let's see. Okay, here's the answer. Justin, I think you're talking about the 2005-2011 pre-New 52 run of Supergirl, written by Joe Kelly, Jeff Loeb, Sterling Gates, and Greg Rucka. Right. That's a great run of character. Exactly, Kenny. That's
Damn.
exactly what I was thinking of.
That's a stacked list of
Yeah.
writers.
Yeah, it was really good.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
What was the name of that run? Is it just Supergirl?
I think it's just Supergirl.
I'll find it.
But yeah, it was really good. I had forgotten now that Greg Rucka wrote Supergirl.
Oh, if it's a female hero, Greg Rucka's written it.
Good point.
Even the most staunch feminists are like, yeah, Greg Rucka can write her.
Here's a compliment, so I think we should take it. Everyone, you are awesome.
Thank you, man.
Likewise.
You too.
Gideon Falls is his Twin Peaks.
It really is.
Ooh. Sorry. I'm ahead of myself. No, it's okay.
A little time traveling.
One comic run you want to see in an Omni. I'm not going to say Aquaman, so don't.
Sugar and Spike. Still.
I want to see in an Omnibus Justice League Dark. I'd like to see that.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
Very good choice. Unknown Soldier.
Whoa.
It was the. I always forget the writer that did it. It was the run from a few years ago that was set in Africa. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Unknown Soldier.
You should. I've talked about this like 1,000 times. I'm sure you have this on your shelves, right?
Unknown Soldier set in Africa. That doesn't really sound that familiar to me.
Oh, dude, it's fucking amazing. It's brilliant.
How many books is it?
It was a short-lived run. I think it's only like, hold on. To Amazon. Let me take a look real quick. Where is it? Oh, come on.
Unknown Soldier. Let's see. See if I can. Now's a good time while we look for this to remind everybody to hit the like button.
Yeah,
and
hit the like button in our video.
Subscribe and all that fun stuff.
And comment.
You can buy shirts. The Raw Shark shirt should still be up. And
Joshua Dysart. That's what it was.
Was something about Raw Shark? What?
Right. So it was written by Joshua Dysart, and what it is that it's centered. It's in Uganda. The whole story takes place in Uganda, and what it is that it's a doctor who he grew up in Uganda. He comes to the United States, and when he comes back to the United States, he grows up here. He ends up becoming a doctor. He ends up marrying a wife. They go back to Uganda, and basically they're just doctors, and he gets caught up into a revolutionary war involving child soldiers, involving drugs, involving pretty much everything you can imagine, and it is fucking brilliant. It's incredibly well written, and it just amazing all around, and it did not get enough love. And it's him basically bouncing back and forth from these two warring factions, and you see there are really no winners in this. It's amazing. It's so goddamn good.
I don't think I have this.
The first one is called Haunted House. So you get it. There's currently, you buy it used, but there's currently one in stock right now. I don't know if IST has it, but it's Unknown Soldier Volume 1 Haunted House, and it was released in 2009. I'll read the synopsis. Welcome to northern Uganda in 2002. It's a place where tourists are hacked to death with machetes, 12-year-olds with AK-47s wage war, and celebrities futilely try to get people to care. Moses Lawanga is a pacifist doctor caught at the center, but when his life is threatened, Moses suddenly realizes he knows how to kill all too well. What is this voice telling him the only way to fix what's wrong with the country is by slaughtering those responsible? What is Moses' connection to another past bandage-wrapped warrior? So he ties it in really well to the original 1970s Unknown Soldier story.
Wow.
It's fucking brilliant.
Huh. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the trade paperback?
The trade, it's called, the first volume is called Haunted House. It's on Amazon, and the series didn't last long. It's only 3 volumes. It's only 4 volumes, long. The ending is rushed, and you could tell he wanted to tell a bigger story, but the book eventually got canceled. But it's so good. It's brilliant. He sticks the landing well enough.
Nice.
I don't know. Joshua Dysart, that does sound familiar, but I don't know.
Dysart worked on the Valiant universe.
Yeah,
so maybe that's why.
I don't know. I'll go through some of my old boxes. That might be something that
I'll put a link in the chat if anybody's interested.
They don't even have a digital edition for Dysart's Unknown Soldier. That ain't good.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a damn shame it doesn't get enough love, man. It was brilliant. It's thought-provoking, and I absolutely love that run. If you liked what Ennis was doing with Fury Max, you liked Fury Max, right?
Yeah.
This is right up your alley. You'll like this.
Okay.
I think it's the same artist too that was on Fury Max.
Let's see. Thanks for the content, guys. Really enjoy the videos. Thank you, Chest Rockwell. Geo wins. I want a JLD Omni 2.
Yay!
You win, dude.
Nice. Just put that Omni without the Trinity War stuff, and you're good.
Is this New 52 JLD or current JLD?
I want New 52.
Ah, okay.
Because there's a lot more issues to collect in that series.
Yeah, I agree. I thought New 52 JLD was good. Really good.
Started out pretty rough, but was it Lemire who got on and did amazing things with that book?
We did the same thing with Green Arrow.
Yep.
God, those first few New 52 issues of Green Arrow were horrible.
Yeah, they were pretty bad.
How do I get into Greg Rucka? Depends on what you want to read.
Yeah.
I'd say Gotham Central.
Or the Wonder Woman run.
I was going to say Wonder Woman is a good place to start.
That's good. Yeah.
Stumptown for crime novel. We just found out he did Supergirl. What other? He's done Batman. He's done Punisher, which was really good. His Punisher was awesome. And I'm gonna start forgetting some of the awesome things he's done. I can't pull up anything right now.
Lazarus
is crazy good.
It's great. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Actually, we don't need to say anything after Lazarus.
Yeah,
I still haven't read that book.
Oh my goodness.
Love it.
Yeah. I think it's out of stock.
Lazarus?
Yeah.
I think you might be right. I think there might be some out of print books in Lazarus now.
Is he on hiatus with that book? Is that what's going on?
Not sure.
Because it's not done, as far as I know.
Right. Oh, his Batwoman is great too. Lameworks is right. Batwoman is great. I haven't read his Wolverine, but that's supposed to be good. Actually, anything he's written besides Veil is great. Not a fan of Veil.
I wasn't crazy about it either. I read one issue and I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling this.
Yeah, I think even he said he wasn't happy with it.
Well, that happens.
Whiteout is great. Yeah, I just read that. Whiteout is really great. What are some others, chat? We're giving him lots of ideas. All of these books are really good.
The Unknown Soldier book is pretty cheap on eBay if anybody wants to grab that.
There's 4 volumes of it?
It's 4 volumes, trade paperbacks.
Yeah. Most of them you can get for less than $10. So
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, Old Guard. Very good, Lameworks. That's going to be a movie this summer on Netflix with Charlize Theron. Old Guard's great. Black Magic, perfect example of a great book.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Black Magic's awesome.
Very good choice. I want a grilled cheese right now. I'm in the mood for a grilled cheese.
Okay, well, we're just about done with the show, so you can make that grilled cheese.
I'm tempted for like a bacon grilled cheese right now.
Ooh.
Treat yourself, son. Don't worry about it.
Blackest Night is good. Brightest Day is not. But Blackest Night is a good Omni. It's a huge Omni.
True.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I will say Brightest Day had the cool Aquaman stuff from Jeff Johns the first time he started writing that character. So I like that story just for that.
Okay.
He introduced Aqualad and all that.
You're being cursed now, Lou. I'm craving grilled cheese now.
All right, I got you, fam. Okay, what you need to do, hear me out before we get out of here. What you need to do is you need to take your bacon strips, right? You coat them in flour, and then you bake them in the oven, and then you put them inside of a grilled cheese.
That sounds great. I've never heard of flouring bacon.
Never put flour on, but dude, you need to. You
bake it?
Huh?
You bake it like on a parchment paper?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you put it like in the oven and you bake it like on a parchment paper. I like to use it's there's a special name for the rack. It's just basically like a rack and it just lets the grease fall down.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I forgot the name of it right now. But yeah, that's how I do my bacon now, where I coat it in flour and then I put it in the oven and let it cook.
Nice.
It's good.
What kind of bread?
Huh?
What kind of bread?
Oh, sourdough.
Sourdough. The country's undergoing a sourdough revolution.
I love sourdough, man.
I do too. This is a good question. I'm so confused. I got the 3 GL Omnis. Do I really need Brightest Day and Blackest Night Omnis too?
No, you don't. Because the Green Lantern Omnibus has the Blackest Night event. And Brightest Day, you don't really have to read it, only if you want to. It's not going to, you're not going to miss out or anything.
Brightest Day is...
Plus, it was mostly unfinished. A lot of the stuff ended because Flashpoint was around the corner. So, I mean, I saw it as like, what's the point? They came out with Flashpoint, rebooted everything, and forgot a whole bunch of stuff from that event.
The whole point of Flashpoint, the whole point of Brightest Day was to bring back certain characters. That was really the whole point of it. And if you know who those characters are, you can pretty much just skip it.
Yeah. They did something really cool, though, with the elemental forces, but they never played around with it any longer.
Mm-hmm. My favorite Aquaman moment is actually in Blackest Night.
With the... Do I spoil it here? No, I'm going to...
I wouldn't, but I think it's...
It involves the undead.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the moment I'm talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's a pretty popular moment.
It's pretty badass. I need to get the figure now that you mention it.
Oh, really?
There's a Blackest Night Aquaman.
Cool. Let me check
I
that
have
out.
I have Mira as a like a Star Sapphire or something.
Oh, the Red Lantern.
Red
Yeah.
Lantern.
Because she was rageful in that book.
Yeah.
She was angry. Don't worry, Matthew. I'm not spoiling anything.
I just like the kitty.
What's his name again?
Daxstar? Is that what his name is?
Dexstar or something. Yeah.
Something like
Oh
that.
yeah. We're getting ready to wrap up because there's a grilled cheese in somebody's future.
Oh, it is there.
I'm getting some chocolate chip cookies. So
Also a good choice.
Are you baking them or are you just getting them?
No, just regular cookies.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the need for some sweetness
Yeah.
in my life.
I
Just your
agree.
wife is killing me with those pictures of the cookies she's making you, man.
What's that now?
Your wife is killing me with those pictures of the cookies she's making you. Those look great.
Oh, they are the best. She's been experimenting with like the temperature and like a little bit overdone, a lot overdone, a little undercooked, and I experiment on them all. I'm like, like a little bit overdone. And she's like, all right.
I like just biting it. I know you shouldn't because it'll just burn your mouth, but I just like that gooey taste when you just bite into like a fresh hot one and it just melts in your. Oh my gosh.
The hot chocolate goes all over you.
Yeah, there's just no other better feeling than.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, she's done a great job during this quarantine of baking for me. She even delivered him for a show one time. Okay, last question. Best Old West comic run.
It's tough.
You can read Bouncer from Humanoids.
That's good. Yeah.
You can read. Let me see who the publisher is.
Old West Comics.
I'm gonna say Joe Lansdale's Jonah Hex run.
Oh, that is so good.
Two Gun Mojo and all those books he put out. That Joe Lansdale era is fantastic, and his prose novels are great too.
Rio is great.
Ooh, good choice.
Great art. Yeah, any Jonah Hex, I think, is great. New 52, pre-New 52. Well, there's All-Star Western, that was New 52. Then Jonah Hex was what was before it. And I just think any Jonah Hex is great.
Joe Lansdale did a run on The Lone Ranger. It was really good.
Oh, really?
It was really good.
Sixth Gun is great. I did a whole video on Sixth Gun. Weird Western Tales, Jonah Hex. Pulp by Brubaker and Phillips. We're going to have to find that. I can't wait for that to come out. Actually, I need to see this show. Love, Death, and Robots. Have you guys seen it? You've seen it, Gio, right?
It's good. Not all the shorts are great, but the majority of them you're going to like. It's fun.
Yeah. It reminded me of a Liquid Lunch. Do you remember that, Gio?
Yeah.
It's got a couple of Joe Lansdale adaptations in it. Yeah, Sixth Gun is great. Weird Western Tales.
Did you get the Weird Western, the book that's coming out, the Jonah Hex book?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Because if a lot of people buy that stuff, they'll want to produce more Jonah Hex material. So
I love Joe. Man, really, if you guys haven't read any of his prose novels, Joe Lansdale is fantastic. He's mostly a horror writer. He's done, I think it's like 2 books about like a horror story in the drive-in, like in a drive-in theater, and they're great. They're really good. Joe Lansdale is great. His daughter is beautiful too. She's a singer.
Huh.
Yeah, he invented his own martial arts too.
He invented it?
He invented his own style of martial arts. The guy's a badass.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Joe Lansdale is awesome, man. If you guys get a chance, look into him. He's a really cool cat.
Interesting.
I have this book, but I haven't read it yet. Loveless by Brian Azzarello. It's pretty good. The gist is every bad boy has a badder woman. Okay.
Huh.
I have that book. I have a couple of them, so I'll have to crack those open. Is the Jonah Hex book OHC? It's still out in the garage in Decon. Boxes have to stay in the garage for 3 days, so I can open it tomorrow. But I believe it is OHC. I think it's omnibus sized.
Yeah, I think it's an oversized hardcover.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that what they're recommending? Like the packages just stay aside for a bit?
That's what I do.
That's what you do? Okay. I was just wondering.
This is the latest thing I got. I bought Indivisible.
Nice.
For Xbox, and this was sitting out for like 2 days. Opened the package up and cleaned it and everything because this was used. So, yeah.
You guys are far more patient than me.
I don't want to catch anything. I can wait.
Yeah. The rule is here that it has to stay in the garage for 3 days. Then it has to be opened in the garage, disposed of all the packaging, and then everything gets cleaned, including your hands when you come in.
Yeah.
Oh, one last thing. Did you get the Steelbook?
It's still in Decon.
Okay. I was wondering if you got it or not. Cool, man.
I did, yeah. It's still in the garage.
Dude, I hate that the movie came out and now the Steelbook is expensive on eBay. Like,
You can get it off of Best Buy. You can still order it.
I can't order. I probably gonna have to bother one of you guys. Order it to your house, and then you can send it to mine because I can't get it here.
Wait, Best Buy won't sell it to you?
I'll check. Local Best Buy sucks because they want you to go to the store. They don't want you to do online stuff because they fear that nobody's going to go to the store. So you can't pre-order. You can't go order anything from the website. Nothing. You just use it like a reference thing on your phone. That's it.
Oh.
It's dumb.
Well, don't buy it off of eBay if one of us can get it for you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because eBay is like, it was like 48 or 50. Now I'm seeing like 60, $100. I'm like, what?
Oh, forget it.
It's. I mean, I love the movie, but it's Birds of Prey. It's not like Endgame or something where everybody wants it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful Steelbook, though.
It looks great. I love it.
Yeah, and have one of us do it. It's just media mail to Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can still get it off of Best Buy. Well, we can off of Best Buy's website for $34 and change.
Yeah, I'll do that.
In stock. Ship May 18th.
Gio, I'm disappointed you aren't playing PlayStation. I have a lot of PlayStation games. I just have. I bought an Xbox for the 4K thing, and now I'm not using it. So I'm like, it's just sitting there. I might as well just buy games for it. Turns out you can get a lot of Xbox games for dirt cheap because nobody buys them. So I bought Indivisible. I bought the Rise Roman game. I forgot the name. Mm-hmm. I got Recore. I got I'm buying the Telltale games. I'm going to try and get them before they disappear. So I am getting the Wolf Among Us, the Batman, The Walking Dead, which they came out on one huge collection, like all 3 seasons, all that stuff. So I'm getting all those games, and you can get them for less than $20 each. Some are like $8, $10. So yeah, hunting down cheap Xbox games, guys. That's my new hobby.
Cool. Here's something Lou can relate to. I just came from playing FF7 remake. Amazing so far.
Oh God.
Lou stayed up an entire night and morning playing.
Wow.
And the rest of the day?
It was from 10 o'clock in the morning till 3 in the morning the following day that because I wanted to finish it because I knew I had a really busy work week ahead of me that week, and I was like, well, I know the ending is different from the original 97 game, and I live my life on the internet because of everything that we do and all that other shit. So I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna finish this today. And then before I knew it, it was 3 a.m. the next day, and I was like, what the hell just happened? Why did I really just spend that? I've never done that before, and I will never do it again.
That's so funny. Well, we've been on almost 2 hours. So, Gio, where can they find you, buddy?
You can find me on my channel, A Week in Geekdom. Tomorrow, I'm doing a live stream. I'm reviewing all the Fables hardcovers, one a month. So I'm doing a mini series. I'm calling it Fable Fridays, where I just review the book live instead of pre-recorded. So if you can join me for that, it's going to be a ton of fun.
That's awesome. What a great idea.
So I've got enough content because it's 15 books. So it's going to be 15 months of videos.
Nice. Yeah. Lou, where can they find you?
You can find me at ComicsHead101 on Facebook and Twitter. And I'll just put it out there, whatever. I only post cooking stuff at this point. My Instagram is elcarrero89, so you can add me there.
The stream is at 9, Chat Omnidog, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
9 p.m.?
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to go for an hour because it's just me talking. So it's probably going to be like half an hour or something like that.
Which, do me a favor, hold up real quick. If you guys add me on Instagram, just let me know it's from the chat, so that way I know who's adding me, because I get really random weird people that add me all the time. So.
Yeah, I get that too.
Yeah,
you're
so
getting Russians
on Instagram. Cool. I'll go ahead and add you back on there. I only really post cooking stuff and stuff that I watch. So, yeah, just let me know.
Yeah, and you can find me, Omnidog, on Omnidog's Vault, and on YouTube, and on Instagram, Omnidogs_Vault. So, thank you to the chat. You were lively and wonderful tonight. Thank you to InStock Trades, our wonderful sponsor. Thank you to all my co-hosts, including the Omnibus Collector himself. Thank you to everybody watching this afterwards, viewers, and Asian Johnny Depp, ask you that question on Sunday, and we'll tell you how we got together.
We've answered this like 8 times already.
No, it's not that interesting, really. Go ahead. So, thank you to everyone. Thank you to IST. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, peace and love. Peace and love. Everybody, stay safe. Stay safe, distance away from me.
Good night. Eat something.